225 days under grass, and you know more than I. They have long taken your blood. You're a dry stick in a basket. Is this how it works? In this room, the hours of love still make shadows. When you left, you took almost everything. I kneel in the nights before tigers that will not let me be. What you were will not happen again. The tigers have found me, and I do not care. I can read this from a phone, by the way, in the bar right now. There's been a lot of sort of highbrow stuff tonight. I hope you're ready to get lowbrow and puerile, because that's pretty much what's going to happen. In a minute.
Loading.
Yeah.
Loading.
It is ridiculous, sorry. I should have written down. Hindsight is always 20/20. This is called A Tale of a Tale. Little Jimmy Christoph loved his Willie very much. He was small and skinny, but his Willie was not. And the larger, hurrier children made fun of little Jimmy every chance they had. Jimmy's cock is out of proportion, they would screech in horrendous melody. And even the most timid and erudite children would comment on the monstrous asymmetry. But little Jimmy Christoph cared not about the respect or the admiration of the others, for he had his Willie to play with. Oh, and what a magnificent member he had. And play with it he did. He yanked it in the streets, the churches, through empty nights. He pumped away the weekends. He ripped and patted and flew flob at it. He squeezed it, almost broke his back trying to orally engulf it. Slapped it, crunched it, and tenderly caressed it. He even stuck it in a few women here and there. Consent was all the aphrodisiac Jimmy needed. One day, little Jimmy was walking home from a night on the pish, when suddenly, and without warning, his Willie dropped off like a blob of clay, smacked the frosted tarmac with a crack, and meandered off down the sewer hole. The bollocks for the feet. Little Jimmy was devastated. His best friend in the whole entire world, ever and always, was gone. What would Jimmy do now? He couldn't drink anymore. What would be the point? There was no longer any reason to be charming and uninhibited. He wouldn't be able to fiddle with it anymore either. What was he do to pass the time? Work? Write poetry? Fuck that, he decided. He noticed too that he no longer opened doors for the elderly or offered his seat to pregnant women. Was I trying to fuck them too? He asked himself rhetorically. He knew the answer. Little Jimmy had lost his purpose. He realised just how much he needed that little fella, how much it defined him as a human, how much of what his heart held was actually tucked neatly away all these years, safe and warm, inside his screw. He no longer liked to argue with religious bigots, racists, homophobes, and followers of plastic capitalist trends. His need to work 9 to 5 monotony grew and grew. Before, he would view careers, mortgages, and families as anchors that tethered his autonomy. Now, on the other hand, the anchors were merely there to save his vessel from the chaotic terror of the heavy wet. He feared his very freedom. His eyes became grey. His hair fell against them and wouldn't shift. His hands became wrinkled and heavy with wear. His hips cracked and thumped in the winter freeze. His asshole puckered up like a turbot's lips, and shit flew out from it without warning or remorse. It was then that little Jimmy Christoph, 30 years old from Hamburger Lane, purchased a sawn-off shotgun and mailed his face to the reaper. When he woke some seconds later, kicking and screaming, he looked between his soft newborn legs and spied that tiny little nothing of vagina. He began to cry even more. He wanted his penis back. He needed his penis to be there. Then he realised, as he began to smile, her first smile, not now, but soon, she could have all the cock in the world.